know it's been a really long time since I did a video. Gonna try to do this in one take. A lot of shit happened in 1 month. Basically what really happened is I got Hawaii sickness, which means you just become so freaking lazy you don't do anything. And that's why I haven't really updated. That's another reason why I'm not exactly enjoying Hawaii, and I kind of want to go back to Japan, especially after the events of last night. I got into a car crash. I was having a premonition that this was going to happen to me. I just felt that I wasn't safe in cars, something about it, and I didn't really want to have to keep driving, but in the way that Hawaii is set up, you need to drive or you pretty much can't get anywhere. There really is no real public transportation. This is the biggest injury I've got over here. You probably can't really see it. Yeah, just a little bit of a black and blue bruise right above my eye, and well, yeah, you can't see that either. I've got a darker scratch over here. A few bruises here and there. My head does hurt. My father drew this picture. I was 10 minutes away from home, coming home from work, and the road was slick, and I think because of the trees, the mango trees, it's a little oily. Not to mention, nobody really does the exact speed limit in there, so it was a given that something was going to happen. Ironically, I also almost got into a major car crash in nearly the exact same spot, just like so many feet down the road, almost 10 years ago. So how's that for an anniversary? I'm coming around a corner and I'm about to hit a straight stretch, and suddenly my wheel loses control and I feel it going towards my left, and it's about to hit into these trees, and I don't know if I really pulled and overcompensated. I forget what my instincts were at this moment, but then basically I spun in a circle and my back end of the car went butt up down into an embankment that was about 20 feet deep, and so as it went down, I'm not quite sure exactly where the flip happened. Went down over, flipped, and landed right side up. I turned off the ignition, I made sure the brakes were on, and then I thought, well, you see it in the movie, so maybe I should get out before it blows up. Just a natural instinct that I had. So I looked for a pair of shoes. I had 3 pairs in the car. I drive barefooted. The easiest things that I could grab were a pair of chunky high heels. I put those on and I got my purse, and I could see a few things had flown out. My back windows were blown. I couldn't really open any doors either, and I managed to just climb out of my PT Cruiser. I was about to start making it up the embankment towards the road when somebody had actually turned around. They didn't actually see me crash, but they saw the dust flying, and this guy said that about 2 years ago in almost the same area, not exactly the same spot, but in the same area, he had gotten into a crash too. And so seeing the dust flying, he said his immediate instinct reaction was, hey, somebody just went down there. Of course, a few other people tried to stop. I mean, Hawaii is really known for people trying to help. We didn't need that many people helping. My father was the first to show up on the scene, even though we called the cops first. They didn't exactly ask me like what really happened, like what was your speed or anything like that. I mean, it was obvious that the car backed down into the ditch and flipped over. And believe me when I told them my age, let alone did they believe my father, so I guess my father and I look rather young for our age. I was told to go to the ER, so I went to the emergency room. They pushed on me in a few spots, they asked a few questions. They seemed to be rather okay, so they let me go, and they said I shouldn't go to work for a day or 2. Work is where I'm getting this awesome tan. As you can see, I now look like a Hawaii girl. See the lines around my eyes, raccoon eye face, because I wear glasses. Although now I lost my glasses, they flew out of the car. I think I might have had a slight concussion. There was swelling over here last night. I seem to still have all my wits about me. I still seem to be saying rather intelligent and witty things. So now I'm stuck at home with nothing to do because I shouldn't be doing anything heavy, like giving guided tours of the coffee farm in Japanese or English, as my job requires of me, and running a cash register. More than anything, I can definitely say I want to go back to Japan. I would never have gotten into a car crash in Japan because I don't even have a license to drive. There is no need to drive. I loved the train system, buses, taxi even. The taxis were pretty reliable. I'm probably going to head on back to Japan in less than a year, I'm sure. I've already been feeling the need to go back, and this is really just kind of pushing me even more that I don't want to be out in the boonies. Because sure, Hawaii can be a really nice, relaxing place, but it pretty much is a good vacation spot and not really a good place to live the rest of your life. At least in my personal opinion. I suppose I could move to New York or California or something with better transportation, but my job skill set basically is I'm a teacher and I am a Japanese speaker, which really means that I belong in Japan. Somehow I managed to survive the most expensive roller coaster ever.